Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tyson Bagent and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Drake May and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
To the air right away is May. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
Well, he had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? He's trying to have the same type of a game in this one, but what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
Throwing now, May on first down. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Off the play fake. Here's May. That is incomplete. The Steelers at 12-1 now to start play. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
From the shotgun, May with it.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
Well, for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Over the middle, complete. That's back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Up the middle they go. Gentry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago. 11 carries, 66 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On 1st and 10, it's May.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
To throw, it's May.
Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Throwing here is May.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will make it 6-0.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here's Bagent. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. It's a big play there for Vegas.
48 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And he held on to it too long, a coverage sack, down he goes.
Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Throwing here, Bagent.
Got his tight end, that's complete. That's Bowers.
And it's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Bagent.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Here's May. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
From the 46, here's 2nd down at a yard. They'll throw with May.
And it's intercepted.
And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Oh, what a move. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. No problem there on the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Deshaun Elliott up to make the play defensively.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Looking to throw, May. He'll find Metcalf.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
To the air, May.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
May now off the bootleg.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Flush to his right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Second down, May.
And Walker has it. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Frazier. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30.
So out come the Raiders.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
To throw is Bajan.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's back. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
In motion left goes Myers. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Throwing now, Bajan.
This is Fant on the short completion. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Bajan to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Back to throw, Bajan.
Wide open receiver complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
A great effort there. 41 yards.
And the Raiders have retaken the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now May to throw on second down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now third down and very long.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
It's taken to the 26.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Out of the gun now on third down.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Now May on 1st down.
He finds his man, complete. It's Frazier. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, it's May.
Escaping the pressure right.
Catch is made by Metcalf.
And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
On 1st down, here's May. He gets it to Addison.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. The big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top.
As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was our visitors who were able to walk away with the road victory. Quentin Johnston, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Ladd McConkey, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Lamar Jackson, strong in the victory, as his guys run their record to 10-4 now with 2 weeks to go. We saw a solid performance in the first half from the man from Shepherd University, Tyson Bagent. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
That's caught left side. Myers with it.
And he's going to be wrangled down quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw.
Open man here is Gentry.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Back to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's going to be sacked. Back right at the midfield stripe.
Micah Parsons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll look to throw here.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
One play at a time. Here we go.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in this third quarter. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now they'll audible to something else. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. They'll throw on first down with May. Flushed out right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And they go play action with May. Addison hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? They go play action now. May. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Evades him at the 20. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate.
That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown from 19 yards away.
And the Steelers have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that result.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that will make this a 4-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. This is Fant on the short completion. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Bajan. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
On 1st down, Bajan. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Off the play fake, it's Bajan.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And that will keep this a 4-point game. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
On 2nd down, here's May.
To Barkley on the check down. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's May.
Flush to his right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Play action. May completes this to Addison out left.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Barkley, inside handoff. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Throwing here is May.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth
From 4 yards out.
And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Play action. Now Bajan. And that's going to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And Walker with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Here's May. Pass complete to Addison. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Steelers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. And his stellar campaign continues. That now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number that very few running backs have ever reached in a single NFL season.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Charles. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Here's Bagent.
That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Bajan.
And my goodness, another. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
A first down carry for Barkley.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
His career rushing numbers just continue to rise with that last carry. He surpasses 12,280 yards and also surpasses Marshall Faulk.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate.
This now a 3rd and 4. To the air, May. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Throwing here, Bajan.
And that's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's back, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
To throw is Bajan.
That's complete. It's Charles. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now Bajan to throw.
Going for it all. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Throwing now, Bajan. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're...
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Steelers, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
with that, we say so long from Las Vegas.